What I love about this tip is you can apply it today on the course, all right? It gives that positive emphasis of what we're looking for to be able to get a bit more oomph into our shots. And it's not complicated. This is the art of simple golf, so it has to be easy. What we're talking about is perhaps kind of a bit scientific and complicated, or it certainly can be made to be that way. Everyone thinks you've got to swing the club faster and harder to get more speed. Yes and no. It's also about being efficient, and not enough of you use the ground enough, okay? But this isn't going to be complicated on foot pressure and transfer or anything like that. There's other lessons that I help with that to give some very simple sensations, because with the driver we want to be able to load into the trail side to be able to push off the trail side, so we're pushing into the ground this way to be able to move through the ball that way. This is going to give us the force. Even if you're in your 60s or something, we still want to try and tap into the ground, because the legs are the biggest muscles. The ground and using the legs is going to give you some good propulsion without having to try that much harder. As you not start your swing, like just before you start it, I want you to apply pressure into your thigh, because we want to be pushing off the trail foot into the through swing, okay? As we transfer the weight, we want to be pushing that way. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to trust that we need to get over to this side without swaying too much. So the one feel I want you to do to start your swing is apply some tension, some pressure, just a slight little flex, okay? But we're feeling the quads just tense up a little bit here. And as I do that, before I start my swing, okay, I'm setting myself up. It's a slight little shift this way. And that little bump now is almost preloaded me into my trail side. Already, just by doing that, I can feel my foot grabbing the ground a little bit more, okay? I'm into the ground. I don't have to try and do it if I'm thinking about other parts of the swing. But all I want you to think about is your quad. Push into that side here, then start your swing. It's as simple as that. Get up right now and try this. You don't even need a club, okay? Just let your hands relax. I want you to shift into the quad. Shift here. Feel the tension, then swing back, okay? Again, tension into the quad, swing back. I am so loaded into the ground from there, it's much easier to push off. Then you take it to practice, the course. Shift, swing, push, okay? It can be as simple as that. Shift, swing, push. So we want to get that feeling of a throw and what those arms are doing as we're throwing it. If we're so focused on this big rotation here, that's going to make life quite difficult, because we're kind of disconnected from the club, the grip, the ball. It's all about these body movements that we have to contort. We don't want that. We want to feel a nice natural flow. Primarily with your dominant hand, your right hand, I want you to feel that you are just throwing the club that way, okay? Making sure that we are just clearing through, because the body will respond to an arm swing. All we're trying to do is not hit ourselves, okay? Let those arms swing through. Let that rotation of the club head happen. Feel suppleness in the wrists and that throw. So as we get to here, feel like we're skimming a stone underhand that way. Throw the driver here and allow your body to respond and react to swinging the club head. So the feeling I want you to have is actually, as we're moving the hands down here, we're not trying to rotate the big body. We are just going to feel like we are pushing the knees this way, okay? As we enter about here, so we let the arms just drop, before we throw forwards, I'm going to feel like I'm timing it so my legs are here and I'm pushing my legs through and up. I'm not pushing them that way. I'm not just spinning the hips this way. I'm pushing them up here. That, in conjunction with the throw, is going to give you, I would say most of you, probably about 10-20 yards when you get it. And the way I'd like you to practice it is very short, steady swings, like rehearsing to here and then pushing the legs through with that sensation of throwing. So we've got the tilt, the setup, we're using just the arms on the way back, just placing it here, pointing it down, allow the arms just to drop. And as we're throwing with the right hand, as we're throwing, I'm pushing with my legs and my knees that way. This is great for older golfers as well. Okay, so exactly the same direction, exactly the same strike, just a little bit more oomph.